Hi, this is the Tanja Nixx show with Brian Woods. Today we're going to pick out a Christmas tree. And today we have a holiday special for you. I grew up in Germany, and Christmas for me was always a little different than what I experienced here in America. In Germany, we exchange gifts on the 24th. It's called the Holy Evening, Heiligabend. My parents always bought the Christmas tree only a couple days before Christmas. We decorated maybe 1 or 2 days before. Growing up in Germany, I watched a lot of American movies, and I love American decoration. I love the overload of tinsel. Not everybody loves it. I love it. However, my dad was very stingy with the tinsel. The tinsel back then was made of metal, and we would, after the season was over, we'd take it off the tree and put it back in the packages. I mean, we really had maybe, I don't know, 5 packages that we used my entire childhood. We never had to buy new tinsel. Same with the ornaments. Everything was kept. It was more about preserving things.
So when you were younger, you would put real candles on these trees?
Yeah, we did. So in Germany, we put on, oh, this is heavy. We put on real candles, so you had to really make sure that the difference, first of all, this is really together, so when you stand it up, like this, if you put like a clip here on, you have to make sure that the next branch is a little further up, so you don't lit it on fire. And we only lit it, the tree on the 24th, on Christmas Eve. That's when we exchanged the gifts. When it was dark and it was romantic because the lights were on. It's very different. In America, you exchange gifts in the morning. I don't like that too much, I have to say. I really like the 24th. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, this is nice. It just seems super sketchy.
What,
to
like,
be putting lit candles on trees. But you know what? I respect that.
Well, we did it for years until I was already living in America when my mom told me they had an incident where the curtains caught on fire.
Mm-hmm. And then they never did it.
Then she's like, okay, it's time to switch and put real lights on. So having said that, on the 24th, my mom usually made soup for lunch. It's called an Italian wedding soup. It was delicious. My mom really had it down with the soup. And at night, we always ate at 6. It's my entire life. We ate at 6 p.m. We had Silesian sausage. My mom came from Silesia, which is now Poland. And it's a bratwurst. It's a kind of bratwurst, but it's super fine. I mean, it's really delicious. It only comes out on Christmas. We have that with our famous potato salad. Should I tell you the ingredients? I could, but you won't be able to make it. And okay, there's capers in it. There's capers and apple and eggs and mortadella, Fleischwurst. So we have that, and then we would get sent back into our room to wait. Oh, was waiting impatiently, and the whole time leading up from the 1st to the 24th, it was a time where we crafted. My parents taught us we had to also give. We can't just receive presents, we had to give. My dad would call us into the living room. We'd the living room, and the tree would be mind-boggling beautiful. You have to imagine, there's a scent. The candles, the warmth even brings out the scent of the pine needles. And because you hadn't seen the tree lit before at all, it becomes extra special. And then the presents in front of it. What about wishing from Santa today? I love presents. And then we still couldn't open them. The door would ring and Santa Claus would come in and ask us, have you been good for Christmas? Or have you been good girls all year? I was terrified. This man looked scary. So after we endured that, he'll leave, and then we get to open the presents. It was exciting, scary, special. I really loved it. On the 25th, we would always go to grandma, or like not just us, but my uncle and my cousins. We had like a big celebration. We ate a hare, as you can see in this picture. But let's cut back and see how our Christmas tree shopping is going. Oops, there goes Brian.
So I guess some advice, like what makes a good tree? Like what should we be looking for? Do you know?
Like
The darkness?
Yeah.
So the darker the better?
So I think, Brian, let's check out some trees. Okay, one thing I always look for is for the bald spot. So Brian, what size tree are you thinking of getting? Oh my God, that is like too big. It might be. Look at how.
Once you put it on a stand, it'll be really fat. The way I
Really?
grew up is artificial trees.
Really?
Yeah, you go to your local Walmart and you purchase your tree, and you keep that tree for 35 to 40 years. And you make your own ornaments out of tin foil.
Well, let me.
You fancy people putting candles on your tree.
The first time I ever encountered an artificial tree was with my boyfriend, and he had this tree forever. And it was, you set up a pole, and then you stick the branches in. Just setting up the tree gave me so much stress that after a few years, I said, I don't want it anymore.
Today, we went and bought a Christmas tree, son!
Look, you can see here, and Brian almost left it in the parking lot if I would have reminded him.
We paid for the tree, we got in the car, we started driving out of the parking lot, and Tanya reminded me, hey, stupid, you didn't get the tree. Classic Brian Wilkes.